Hey everybody, Royce from Hill Country CNC and Woodworking, and I made this little knife, and I figured y'all would kind of want to know how I did it. So I am going to show you, but I'm not going to do what I normally do with my videos, which is take every single step and show you the gnat's ass, because in some places these are illegal, and essentially you can make it at home. So I'm going to make a knife it's actually for another competition, but I'm not going to show you exactly how to do it, and probably not going to give you the file either. Sorry.
So diving in, I used Adobe Illustrator to trace a knife. Obviously you can look at it and see it's kind of a Spyderco knife. I use a lot of different programs for my real business, so these are all accessible to me, and I get it that it's not for a lot of other people. But you could also kind of do this with Lightburn, which will be used later for the laser cutting. So just an idea to think about. Here we are in Lightburn, and I basically just took those items that I made on Adobe Illustrate and threw them on here as an SVG, and then I doubled the hand grip. That way I would have matching pilot holes for the dowels, and then I put a T1 boundary. That way if I needed to change the dimension, it would all stay the same. Those T1 boundaries on Lightburn are not cut, they're just frames. And then I set up my blue line, 3532. I'm using an OMTech 60 watt laser for this one. And I'm cutting sapele, which is a rather dense wood. So I did 7 passes. Kind of got lucky on the positioning of this one. If you're using some fancier wood on these, make sure that you identify the side that you want facing out. So I had a dowel, and I was thinking that it would be very close, but it turned out that it was a little off. So I went ahead and took my drill and just sanded it down a little bit, and then of course got the calipers out and made sure that it was the right size. This little piece of wood that I'm using to hold it is just a cut off. It's actually from that wooden ladle that I made. The oscillating sander, maybe not the best idea, but it did give me a really good foundation for the angles that I needed. And then I just went over to sandpaper and perfected the edge. When I got done with it, it really, I mean, you couldn't tell that it wasn't machined. It was a pretty accurate centered blade. From here, it's just putting it all together. The pins are really tight, but I kind of designed it that way. I didn't want glue. I want this thing to just be held together with tension. I'm not opposed to glue. I think you can put glue right there on that back part. And probably nowhere else. But if you make it tight, you don't have to have it at all. So I fooled around with this thing after I built it, and it has not remotely come apart yet. So pretty cool. Here, the oscillating sander worked like a dream. Just cleaned up those pins. It was perfect. No issues at all. Made quick work of it. Off to the other side. If you didn't know, I have chapters, so you can click down below so you can move beyond anything you don't want to see.
And again, hope you enjoyed the video. This is sapele wood. Pretty beautiful stuff. If you like it, subscribe, like it, and pass it on to other people. It's how I grow as a maker. And hey man, this is what's doing it for me. Okay, there it is. Maybe I'm starting to think maybe I have a little bit of talent. Maybe just a bit. I'm getting there. This is fun. Gets me off the couch.